Welcome to Live from the Heart podcast. My name is Anne-Claire Meret. I help beautiful beings feeling empowered to create their lives. I coach, teach, create programs, write books, among other things, and I love it. It took me years of healing and coaching, but I finally found a way back to my heart. Today I thrive and help people thrive too. Everything is happening faster and faster. I feel we are being supported in so many ways. I know we can thrive on a collective level. If you want to create from your heart, you're in the right place. Hello, welcome for a new episode. Today I'm super happy to welcome Julia Espérance, who is my partner in Shine, with whom we have been creating together awesome programs for the past 4 years. Welcome, Julia.
Thank you, Anne-Claire. Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast for the third time, I think. And this time is a little bit different as we are having this conversation in English. So as you know, I am totally outside of my comfort zone now, but I am happy to take up the challenge.
Yeah, and I love it. Thank you so much, because now we are getting the Americans out, which is in French a bit of an inside joke that we have together, which is if you get out of your comfort zone and if you are allowing yourself to shine, you are the American version of you. So today we get Anne-Claire and Julia's American versions.
Yes, exactly.
Can you please introduce yourself for people who
Yeah,
don't know you?
yes, with pleasure. So my name is Julia Espérance. So for the little story, my last name in French means hope. My clients say it suits me well considering my job. I am a hypnotherapist, and my job is to help people to find their inner resources to feel better and also to heal. And I am also a coach and a communication consultant for wellness practitioners. For several years, I have helped them to find the best way for them to communicate on who they are and what they do, and also to grow their business. And now things have changed a little bit. I help them mainly through hypnosis to discover and activate their inner resources to overcome all the challenges they could encounter on their way to success. And together with you and Claire, we are also doing such amazing things to help therapists. One of our last projects was to write and publish a book in French for them. In this book, we have shared everything we have learned over the years to develop a flourishing business in the wellness industry. And today we are opening a new exciting and challenging chapter in making this book available to an English speaking audience.
And it's beautiful. It's a new
Yes,
baby that we made together.
new baby,
A
an
lot of
English
work.
baby.
English baby with French moms.
Yes.
What I love about us is that we are very complementary. I used to be a naturopath, I used to be natural medicine, and then I became a coach so that I could help practitioners to succeed. And you were a coach and you were helping practitioners to succeed, and that led you to be interested in hypnosis, and then you become yourself a practitioner. So
Yes.
this is so great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice journey and surprising journey for
It
me.
is. So, can you share a little bit more of this journey, your journey as a wellness entrepreneur? How was it for you?
Yes. So it was, as I said, it was a surprising journey. I didn't plan to become a therapist, but apparently life had other plans for me. My adventure started 7 years ago when I decided to leave my job in the television industry to embrace a more fulfilling and meaningful career. And at that time, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. The only thing I knew is that I wanted to use all my skills for a mission more useful than selling TV programs. That was my job at that time. And so I was helped by different coaches, two different coaches, both specialized in career change, to dig and also to find how I could contribute. And it helped me a lot to find the path that I wanted to follow. So I started to work with therapists in helping them with communication and marketing strategy to be more visible and also to find clients. And my purpose was to, and big why was to contribute to the democratization of alternative medicine in making them more visible and understandable for people who are not familiar with it. And in fact, it is still my goal and big why today. And along this wonderful journey, I have discovered hypnotherapy, and it was a big, big revelation to me. And 2 years ago, I decided to follow a training course, and I quickly opened my own practice in Paris. And I have to say that I really love my job, and I feel it's a true vocation for me. So, to answer your question, Anne Claire, for now, my journey is quite peaceful. I have learned to listen to my heart, to make decisions, but also to only launch projects which bring me joy. It's really important for me. And feeling this joy is a clue that I am on the right path. So this is my journey. But of course, I encounter some difficulties or turbulence along the way, especially in the moments when my business slows down. It sometimes happens, but it's part of the trip, I guess. In fact, I'm sure it is part of the trip. And each time it happens, it makes me ask myself relevant questions and further refine what I really want to offer to the world, what I really want to do. So this is my journey for now.
It's beautiful. I wonder where it's going to lead you.
Yeah, me too.
And you've been working with a lot of practitioners with different modalities.
hmm
Why do you think some practitioners find it difficult to succeed with their business?
Hmm. Good question. Um, so first, I would say because they see their success as a big mountain that should be climbed in one day, but in fact they have plenty of time to do it, and there are several stages or steps in this trip. And I also think they are not prepared enough for the ascension. Many of them don't have the right equipment or the right shoes. They don't know exactly which is the most appropriate way to walk along. And I think they also have too much heavy stuff in their bags that may slow them down. So it's totally normal that they find it hard to reach the top of this mountain, and it's normal at the beginning also to see the obstacles on the path way bigger than they are. And I think it's much easier to be guided and surrounded in this adventure. And I have the feeling that the schools or institutes in which we are trained in France don't prepare us to run a business in this industry. They don't teach us to have the right mindset. In fact, they just don't give us enough tools, I think. And
I agree.
and that's why we have written our book to provide a kind of map and compass to guide the practitioners on this journey.
Yeah, you're right. Because the schools, they have to have a frame, and they kind of scare you also to not get
Yes.
out of the frame. Like, you have to practice the way you were taught. You have to use the words that you were taught to use. And you should respect the rules if you want to be one of them, which I totally understand, so that we get to integrate the concepts and the tools and
Mhm.
everything. But then we need to be able to free ourselves so that we can create what is right for us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, can relate to that. And what do you think? Is it possible to succeed later, even if the start was a bit rough?
Mm. Yeah, yes, totally. I really think it's possible. It's never too late. My advice in that case would be to assess the situation and identify what is currently working, what can be improved or done in a different way. Also, what are the obstacles on the road to success? And it could be easier to do this work with a coach or a consultant to have another vision and perspective of the world situation. And it helps to clearly see what the issues are and also to look at them with a new light. And also, I would like to add that when we start our own business, we often think our biggest challenges are technical or strategic issues, when it is often our inner blockages. They can be conscious or unconscious, and I have noticed that it is often fears or limiting beliefs or self-sabotaging mechanism, this kind of things. And I really, really think they are the main obstacles to the development and to the expansion of a business. And looking at them, tackling them is a way to really, really go faster, according to me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I can relate to that. I had a friend which has come visited me this year, and she came. She was super excited. She said, "Oh, I found a video editor, and I also found someone for my sales funnels, and I'm super excited because it's only going to cost me a few thousand euros dollars per month." And I
Mm,
looked at her and I said, "But you're not making money." And she said, "Yeah, but I'm going to make money because I have a video editor and I'm going to make sales funnels." And I was like, "But it's like you're distracting yourself with things that you think you need outside, that maybe you will
yes,
not be more successful with those things, and you're going to spend a lot of money instead of focusing on what you have."
yes, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. If there would be a recipe for success, which there is not the same for everyone,
Yes,
I know that. But
I
what
agree.
would be the ingredients that you would choose?
Okay, so good question. So let's go for this recipe. I think the first ingredient would be to not hesitate to ask for help. It can be a waste of time and energy to get stuck when there are things we don't know how to do, such as marketing or technical stuff, or when we have identified some inner blockages as fears or limiting beliefs that can slow us down. So my advice in that case is to ask for help from qualified people. It can be a friend that would be happy to help. Another option is to pay a service provider or to ask a coach or a therapist. It depends on the issue, in fact. I really like the expression in English, together we go further. And I think it's really true. So it's one of the first ingredients for me, according to me. Another one would be to experiment and implement actions, even if we don't know if the ideas we have will work. In fact, we never know until we try. And if it doesn't work, we can learn what needs to be improved, and we can try to do something else. What else? Uh, the third ingredient is to be patient, because it can it can take time to see the results and benefits of some actions. In fact, it's like a seed that we plant. It takes time to see it grow, to see it bloom, and it's our job to water it day by day with love.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, what else? Yes, I know. Another important ingredient would be to have a peaceful relationship with money, and to be comfortable with the fact of earning money in exchange for our work. I know that some practitioners don't want to ask for money or too much money because they are not used to getting paid for doing what they love, or they have, for instance, the strong belief that money is dirty. So it's important to also work on this, on this relationship with money. Another important advice, would be to diversify the sources of income and find different ways to earn money, not only with consultations or individual sessions. It can be, for instance, in creating online programs or workshop, in writing a book. There are a lot of things to do. It's a long recipe for, but
Yeah,
I,
but
I
we
have,
need all of that.
but I have two other ingredients. Another ingredient for people who are looking for this magic recipe is to follow your own heart. Do what deeply appeals to you. Don't force yourself to do things you think you should do. Don't pursue a dream that is not yours. And also, don't be afraid to close some doors, because uh, I'm sure it leaves more space for new opportunities. And last but not least, don't hide. Talk about what you do at every opportunity. Show yourself to the world. Speak about what makes you unique, about your specific approach, in order to stand out among other practitioners. If you are invisible, people who need you won't find you. It's as simple as that. So I think that's all. It was my long recipe.
Yeah, but that's true. We need all of that so that we can succeed. Everything that you said is so important. So thank you for all of it.
Thank
I
you.
particularly feel connected to the last one because I was completely hidden before
Yes, I
doing the
know.
job that I did. And quite often, because of social media, people just take a look at us and they think, oh, it's easy for her, it's easy for them because they're confident and they know how to show up online and they are confident on taking photos and making videos and they just very fast to conclude that it was easier for us, which is not the truth. Neither you or I, we
Yeah.
were confident.
No, no, yes. It's a journey to be confident.
Totally. So, what would you like to share with young practitioners who are afraid of being seen?
Yes. So, yeah, I have met many practitioners with this fear, and as you said, I had this fear too, by the way. That's true that being in the spotlight, talking about yourself, affirming your convictions can be uncomfortable for many of us. And beyond that, there is often the fear of being judged, of being criticized, and not being loved by everyone. And my advice, if you feel concerned, is first to observe your fear and look at it right in the eye, and just admit that a part of you feels this fear. There is a quote that I like, which says in French, une peur que l'on évite se transforme en panique, une peur que l'on affronte se transforme en courage. In English, the translation would be, a fear that we avoid turns into panic, a fear that we face turns into courage. It's from an Italian therapist. The name is Giorgio Nardone or Giorgio Nardone. I'm not sure for the pronunciation. And then you can recognize that this fear is not against you, it's not an enemy to fight or to battle, but rather a good friend with a mission. And the mission is often to protect yourself from a real or imaginary danger. And it's often the second option, in fact. So you can thank your fear to have been such a good protector over all these years. And meanwhile, it can be a good thing to do sessions with a therapist or with a coach to secure this part of you that feels this fear, and to help it to feel more confident, to feel safe. And I would like to give another piece of advice from my own experience. The advice is to adopt in French, la stratégie des petits pas. As we say in French. I don't have the translation in English, but the idea is to take one step after another. So, for instance, if you are afraid of being seen on social media, the first step could be to show a picture of you, then to write and share something more personal. And once you feel more confident and more secure, you can go further, maybe in recording a video or even further in doing a live. And trust me, it becomes easier and easier with time. And the fear is much less significant as you feel more and more confident and secure. So,
Thank you.
my advice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I take it too. Yeah, it gets easier with time.
Mm,
Luckily, it's yeah. Wow, thank you. There was a lot of things which were said. For those who want to dive deeper, obviously there is our book, How to Succeed as a Wellness Entrepreneur, which is available. And feel free to let us know if it's been interesting for you to dive into those topics.
yes.
Julia, do you want to add anything?
Yes, I think maybe I can share another one of my favorite quotes that you know very well, which is in French. French people know it. Une action imparfaite vaut mieux qu'une parfaite inaction. In English, I think we can translate it by imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. I think that the most important thing is to implement actions and to bring your ideas to life, to move towards your goal, to move towards your dreams, even if the way you are doing it is perfectly imperfect. It would be perfect like this.
Oh, yeah. And then we get better. We get
Yes,
better at it. It's by doing that we get better.
yes,
And also it erases doubts.
yeah,
When we're in doubt, just when we step into action, the doubt vanishes, and then then
yes,
we make
that's true.
something out of it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. So you're based in Paris, and you offer also online sessions. You said already that you specifically help practitioners with their blockages.
Hmm.
How is the best way to get in touch with you?
Yes, indeed, exactly. I offer hypnosis sessions in person in Paris and also online. And for this, all the information is on my website, which is www.juliaesperance.com. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can also contact me on Instagram.
Awesome. I'll put your links so that
Th-
people find you easily.
Thank you, Anne-Claire.
Thank you so much. And I must add that I absolutely love working with you and that together we make magic.
Yes, me too. I really love working with you. So thank you for inviting me to your podcast. I hope your English-speaking audience will understand my Frenchy accent. For French people, I'm sure it would be okay.
Well, I heard people think that we have a cute accent, so let's just play with it.
Let's play the French card.
Exactly. Well, you are invited for many more episodes, as always. So please feel free to just suggest topics, and we'll be back together with our best French accents.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your presence. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it, like it, save it. You can follow me and connect with me via social media and my website, simply with my name, Anne-Claire Méret. See you soon with more content from the heart.